check in on the latest buzz in the entertainment world.
Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live right now. Good morning, you guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay,
All right.
before we get into some Super Bowl fun.
Yeah, we are going to talk about Mary J. Blige here in a second.
Sad news.
But yeah, some sad news. Following up to Bob Saget and his death, we now know how he died. What do we know?
It turns out that it was from head trauma. So there was news that broke yesterday, and then his family released a statement basically saying that no drugs or alcohol were found in his system. Originally, they thought maybe he had had a heart attack that led to his death, but it turns out it was actually some form of head trauma where he might have accidentally hit his head on something, didn't think much of it, and went back to bed, and then sadly passed away in his sleep.
It's just
It's
so
surreal.
sad. We were just talking about this during the break. I'm like, okay, I'm going to add this to the things that I'm irrationally worried about for the rest of my life. I mean, how does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, they said it could have been as simple as he just hit his head on the headboard.
Oh my gosh.
And so, like, we've all, I know at least I have. I've hit my head before and been like, it'll be fine, and gone to bed. And so, like you said, it adds to the list of things where you're like, oh no, maybe I should think about these things.
Yeah, that's just so crazy and so sad.
Yeah, and I mean, I've had a few concussions in my life from playing sports, and it's one of those things when it comes to head injuries and traumas, you got to be very delicate with it, and there's no real timeline as to when those things will eventually heal themselves. So it's one of those cases, like, if you hit your head, no matter how severe it is, just make sure that, you see a medical professional and go through all those proper protocols and stages. We see these types of things with the NFL in all sports these days.
Yeah, better safe than sorry when it comes to stuff like that. But okay, so switching gears here, no good transition for this, but Super Bowl halftime show, everybody's talking about it. I mean, we've been excited for weeks, just looking at the lineup. And there's always surprises in the halftime show. There's always unexpected people that they don't announce. That might be the case for this one, and they are really trying hard to keep this under wraps.
They're using decoys at the stadium right now. I think this is awesome. I don't know what secret they're trying to keep from leaking, but if you're anywhere around the stadium when they're doing performances or they're doing like run-throughs, outside the stadium, they are blasting Bon Jovi, Red Hot Chili Peppers, anything they can to mask the sound of the rehearsals that are taking place. And they said it's because they don't want anything to leak.
Oh my gosh.
But like, I don't know what that could mean. We've already got 5 huge names that are going to be taking the stage. So I don't know if it's a collaboration that's going to happen that we might not see coming, if they're going to cover a song, or maybe we're going to get a secret performer, because the past couple of years we haven't really had that many secret performers.
No, everyone was thinking last year it was The Weeknd, right?
Yeah.
And so everyone was convinced, like, oh, somebody else is going to have to come in or do something, or they'll do something with Daft Punk, or, and it was just The Weeknd.
Right.
Yeah, I have a couple of bold predictions about this. Okay,
Yeah?
now hear me out. 50 Cent, who is signed to Eminem's record label, who was discovered by Dr. Dre. They were all discovered by Dr. Dre with the exception of Mary J. Blige. 50 Cent has songs with all the artists performing. Whether they're collaborations, they're 50 songs, or he was featured on one of their songs. And he could be one of the guests. Although a few years ago, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg headlined Coachella, and that's when they brought out that infamous Tupac hologram. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that with California Love.
Oh, yeah,
Interesting.
I think people would they'd get excited for that. I don't think 50 Cent would get people talking though, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe
Yeah,
he showed up.
it's not his prime anymore.
I would still be excited to see 50, but I don't know.
I
the
want
Tupac
someone
hologram would be cool.
unexpected.
Me too.
I want Dolly Parton. I want Shania Twain. I want somebody that you just don't even think about collaborating for a song to just come out and you're like,
saying.
I think that would be kind of cool.
Who
Who would you guys like to see?
Dolly. I think exactly what I want.
On ropes coming down from the ceiling.
I want her to descend from the top of SoFi Stadium. And just like you wouldn't expect it at all. The camaraderie would be incredible.
I would have thought you went for Slipknot, Travis. That disappoints me.
Anytime there's a surprise, I get excited. Like even when Beyonce was doing the Super Bowl, and like everyone pretty much knew that Destiny's Child was going to be part of it, but when they popped up, I was so excited.
Like,
even when it's just something little, I just think it's fun. But I will be glued to my TV either way. We know that much. Well, thanks you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great day.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
And you can listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz.